Romans 13 is going to address the issue of civil government and how the Christians should respond to them. And there are really three kinds of laws that the civil government can make. The first is a moral law that God's already talked about in his scriptures. So if the government says do not murder somebody, we need to follow that, not just because the government said so, but because God already said so in his word. The second kind of law that the government can make is a morally neutral law. Drive this speed limit, buckle your seatbelt. The Bible would command us to even keep that law. Even though it's not in the Bible, as God's representatives, civil government is meant to bring order. And so even if we disagree with a law or don't like it, we're still to follow it if it's not asking us to sin. And then the third kind of law that the government could enact would be one that was sinful, where if they were to ask you to do something sinful, do something against God, do something against the scriptures, and you would not have to obey that. But in everything else, you should. So it's similar to to a wife submitting to her husband. She's to submit to her husband in all things, unless he tells her to do something that's explicitly sinful. Not just something she disagrees with, but is morally neutral, but something that is actually sinful, and we're commanded to do the same thing regarding the government.